Hudson, let's see it, bud.
It's gone. It felt good.
Hang on.
Called a weed pounder.
There you go. He loves anything outdoors and anything to do with working or hunting. That's where you're going to find him. He was always outside, usually with his dog and his ranger and his gun, doing something outside. He was always
thinking.
And listening and thinking. If you didn't think that he was paying attention,
The next day, be like, what were y'all talking about over there? I thought you were asleep or something. It was crazy.
if he didn't understand something or he heard a word that he didn't know what it meant, he was definitely going to ask later on, what were y'all talking about, or can you explain that to me? Because he always wanted to know what was going on.
So, those two little hole slit right there, is that the difference between the purple and the red?
What little sliver is from it?
There's a small little half slit in the bottom of it.
Be careful because it is.
He's fine? Okay. He would take clothes to change into so I could take him straight to the field. Or he would wear his work clothes and work boots. So then we would turn around and come home and he would find out what field that Corey was in or his papa was in, and that's where I would take him.
Straight up.
He would just get treatment and go straight to work. And that's just what he did. And then in June, when he did relapse, we just, unfortunately, it was just slowly and gradually downhill.
You know, cancer, especially what Hudson went through, it was a slow and steady theft is what it was. Well, it starts the day you're diagnosed, you got leukemia. And that robs a lot from you right then, but you're like, okay, we're gonna deal with this, it's fine. And then, we relapse. And then after that it was, we got an infection. And then, he had neuropathy in his feet really bad. And then it got to where he couldn't get out of bed. I mean, it's just, you're always giving up something thinking, I can come back and fix that later. And then it just got to where we couldn't fix anything.
Are you tired, bud? No, not at all. Still a 3?
Don't miss.
Wait, what are y'all doing?
We're gonna hit each other twice we get it. Ready? Nah. You wanna go round 2? Yeah, let's go.
He was my best friend. We grew up together. We met in kindergarten. We got really close in about 4th grade. I think that's when we really snapped. He was there when I was happy. He was there when I was sad, mad. I mean, all of it. There wasn't really a time that we weren't together no matter what. It was horrible watching someone have to go through that and struggle. It's not fun to go through at all, but I mean, God puts you in situations and you have to understand that reason and see why that is. When Hudson got diagnosed, I mean, we laughed a lot, which it's hard to say that, but it really wasn't all negative. We made the best. We got to go to Memphis. We went to his aunt and uncle's, laughed a lot. A lot of good memories. It's gonna be hard, but you can't really do anything about it. I know we all wish we could, but you gotta battle and you can't stop battling. You have to fight. God put you there for a reason. He does everything for a reason, and don't look at it negative, but make the best out of it, just like Hudson did.
Here at home, we had lots and lots of support, family and friends, taking care of Audrey, taking care of our yard, just anything that you can think of, it was taken care of. Our neighbor Amber was dancing for gold, and so our neighbor had given Galen our contact information, and she called us, Book for Hope, paid 1 bill a month for families in active cancer treatment. And so every month I would take a picture of our phone bill and send it to Galen, and she would pay it. I think it was actually a total of 30 months. Just being able to know that that was something else that was being taken care of was just another weight lifted off of us to not have to be concerned. She is excellent to work with. She has a passion for childhood cancer, and she does an excellent job with Book for Hope. She's constantly looking for new resources or avenues to be able to help, and we're very grateful for them.
I coached Hudson baseball, basketball, football. I mean, basically everything. I was just their little league coach. He wanted to follow in his dad's footsteps and just farm. I mean, he loved the outdoors, from farming to hunting to fishing. He was just your small town boy. One of the toughest kids I wouldn't even call him a kid, one of the toughest young men I know. So I don't know what we could have done any different, because he had an amazing support team, and most of these kids do. And I know there's research and stuff out there. I don't know that it's enough. Just keep doing kind of what Galen and them were doing, you know. Anytime you have a chance to donate or just reach out to these kids and let them know their fight matters. He attacked it head on every day with positivity, and I saw him do things that, you know, I'm like, how has this kid mustered up the strength to do this? Because of all the treatments and medicines and radiation and everything, chemo and all the stuff that they're put through, and to still have a positive attitude that, hey, we're going to beat this thing.
Our tagline for Hudson that whole time that he was sick was healing and the number 4 in Hudson. And that's what we prayed for. And that's what we got. You know, he was completely healed, not just earthly healed and waiting for the next thing to happen. And to know that as soon as he took his last breath here, his legs were working immediately in heaven. His voice was back. I don't get it.
Hudson's favorite song was Because He Lives. Got us through so many difficult moments. And Bill Gaither and his wife wrote Because He Lives. Somehow, he ended up getting our neighbor across the street's phone number. She came running across. His breathing had changed, I could tell. And Heather had a chair on it, and I was holding his hand. The people who wrote the song, his favorite hymn, sang him into Jesus' arms.